everyone, welcome back to the channel Code and Clarity. If you are preparing for placements or Java based interviews, there is one topic you cannot ignore, that is strings in Java. Now strings are everywhere, from handling user input, parsing data to solving coding problems, and interviewers love to ask tricky questions on them for both theory and coding. So in this video I'll cover you everything you need, what strings are, why they are special in Java, the most important methods, difference between StringBuilder and StringBuffer, and finally some common interview questions, both conceptual as well as coding. So let's get started. Now string is basically a sequence of characters. Now these strings are heavily important in case of interviews, and it forms a basis for coding as well as DSA problems in most service-based companies. First thing first, what is a string? In Java, a string is not a primitive data type like int or char. Instead, it's actually a class which is present in the java.lang package. Now, here's the interesting part. Strings are immutable in Java. That means once you created a string, you cannot change the string. For example, string s equals to hello. In inverted commas, if you write hello, and then in the next line if you write s.concat world, and then you try to print the output will still be hello, not hello world, because the original string object never changes. A new string is created, but since we did not store it in a variable, it's lost. So why did Java designers make strings immutable? The three main reasons are: first one, for security, like think about passwords in URLs or database connections. If strings were mutable, a hacker could change them anywhere in the code. The next is due to caching. Strings are used so often that they are stored in a special place, which is also called as the string constant pool. Now if you create the same string again, Java reuses it instead of creating a new object, so it saves the memory. And the last one is the thread safety. Immutable objects can be shared safely between multiple threads without worrying about synchronization. That's why strings are considered to be both efficient as well as safe, and hence strings are made immutable. Now let's quickly go through some commonly used string methods that interviewers expect you to know. Now the first one is length bracket, which returns the length of the string. Next is char at, and within bracket you write down the int index, okay, now which gives the character at a specific index. The next one may be substring, and within the bracket of the substring you write down the start and end integer by giving a comma in between, which this extracts the portion of the string from that start index to the end index. The next one is the equals, and within the equals bracket you write down object obj, because they compared the content of two strings. Next is the double equals to sign. Double equals to sign compares the references, not the content, remember, keep in mind. Next one is the contains bracket, only bracket, nothing, no parameters passed. This checks if a substring exists or not. The next one is split bracket. This one breaks a string into parts using a delimiter. And the next one is replace, also give bracket without any parameter. This replaces the characters or substrings. Now let's get a quick example. String str equals to, suppose, interview. So system.out.println str.substring 0,8 if you write, then you will get up to E. The last W will be skipped. This is the substring of the word. So remember, these basics often appear in MCQs and coding rounds. Now we will quickly look into the differences between the string versus StringBuilder versus StringBuffer. This is one of the most frequently asked interview questions. So let's compare. Now see, according to features we will compare. The first feature we will consider is mutability. So string is immutable, and StringBuilder and StringBuffer both are mutable. Okay, not immutable, they are mutable. Now next is the thread safety. Strings are thread safe, string builders are not thread safe. Again, string buffers are thread safe. And last feature is performance. String is having the low performance, string builder is having high performance, and string buffer is having the medium performance. Now use string when data does not change that much. Use string builder for high performance operations like concatenation and loops, and use string buffer when multiple threads might be modifying the string. Okay, so got the use cases. Now for example, let's suppose we are using here string builder. String builder sb equals to new string builder hello. So we will write in the next line, suppose we want to append vault to it, so sb dot append vault, then we will just print sb, so the output will be hello world. So remember, this builder is faster and buffer is thread safe. Now we will be discussing about some conceptual interview questions which can be asked theoretically in your interviews. So the first question which you may face is, what is the difference between double equals to and dot equals? So double equals to sign checks that if two references point to the same object, and dot equals actually check the actual content. Okay, the next question is, why are strings immutable in Java? I have earlier explained very in details very well. So mainly due to security, caching and thread safety. The next question may be, what is the string constant pull? It's a special memory area inside the heap where Java stores the string literals. Now if you create two strings with the same literal, both point to the same object in the pool. Now another question you may face is, when should you use string builder versus string buffer? Use string builder when only one thread is accessing the code, and use string buffer when multiple threads are working on it. So there can be other questions too. I'm not telling that these are the only questions, but whatever concept I have explained, mainly questions will be from those concepts only in the video, whatever concepts I have explained. Now we are moving to the coding slide, coding questions slide. So what are the coding questions? There can be other questions too, but these questions are important, and using these concepts you can frame the other questions also. So reverse a string, check if a string is palindrome or not, count the vowels and consonants in a string, then find the first non-repeating character in a string, and remove the duplicates from a string. So I have also attached the solutions, the basic, not the entire code, the basic working principle of the code, like an algorithm I have attached. Please, I'm moving to the solutions. Now the first code of reversing a string. Just initiate the input, and using string builder there is a function called as sb.reverse. Then only using simple logic you can reverse the string. Move to the next question, checking if the string is palindrome or not. So using string builder we will just we will store the reversed string, and using that reverse method we are reversing the string, and using the toString method we are converting the string builder to string again. So after converting the string builder to string, we are just comparing if the string is equal to the value of the new string which is formed after converting the string builder. Palindrome means after reversing we will get the same string as initial one. Let's move to the next question, counting the vowels and consonants. So in this case we will just take the vowels as 0 and consonants as 0. Then we are it's a loop, for loop, for each loop actually. So in this case we are just checking the index whether they are a, e, I, o, u or not, and if it's a, e, I, o, u, then we are increasing the count of the vowels, and if it is not, then we are increasing the count of the consonants. And the syntax, the corresponding syntax is given here in the code, and we are at the end we are printing out the vowels and the consonants. Now the next question is finding the first non-repeating character in the string. So we will just check the index from the front side also and from the last side also, and then we will find out the first non-repeating character. Now the next question, that is removing the duplicates from a string. So here is a string. We have then formed a new string builder, and we have appended the alphabets, or the means the unique alphabets in the new string builder, and then we have printed the results. So in the result, the duplicate alphabets will be removed because we have printed only the unique one which are not repeated. The logic says that. So these questions are simple but frequently asked. So that's everything you need to know about strings in Java for interviews from theory to coding. So let's get a quick recap. Strings are immutable and stored in the string constant pool. Use equals for content comparison, not double equals to. Remember when to use string, string builder and string buffer, and practice coding problems like reversing a string, then also the other questions which I have given in the slide. And so for you, after practicing this, you will easily get an idea of the other questions which can come, palindrome, non-repeating characters, whatever. Now, so besides, so way to practice from LeetCode and HackerRank string questions, and also practice the pattern matching problems, subsequence problems. Actually focus on both theory and practice coding also. So if you are preparing for placements, I strongly recommend practicing the string based problems on LeetCode or HackerRank. They will boost your speed as well as confidence in interviews. So alright guys, that's it for today's video. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to like, subscribe and share it with your friends, and stay tuned for my next video. I'll be posting such important videos which will be very important from your career point of view. So thanks for watching and all the best for your interviews.